I didn't know as much as I thought I did.
You just learn so much that you would never think you would know. At the end of the day, you're laughing and you're having fun.
Before I thought I was a good driver, I honestly did. I wasn't.
Vehicle crashes are one of the leading causes of death among teenagers. In fact, 31% of crashes in Ohio involve young drivers under the age of 24. A majority of these crashes are caused by driver's error. But we know with proper training and practice, teen drivers can be among the safest drivers on our roads. Driver education teaches teens the essential elements of driving. But most parents don't know that there's more out there to help prepare teenagers for the realities of the road.
Advanced driver training is one of the things that we go above and beyond what a typical driving school would do.
So we offer a few different advanced driver training programs, and really our goal with all of those is to get these students to understand and grow their knowledge, increase their skill sets so they can make better decisions behind the wheel. Because if we don't understand, we're not putting the skill sets out there for them to operate on the roadway, they're not going to make good decisions. So we have to increase that so that they get home every night.
We start the day with a slalom drill, and then we do a 2-hour classroom. We go right to driving physics, and then after that we go to the 3 core drills.
We have a skid car, which simulates driving on ice or snow, bad conditions, getting the car out of control, and showing teenagers and drivers what it feels like to skid a car.
And being in Ohio, that is amazing to have that experience, to even feel what it feels like to get into a skid and then to learn how to recover from that.
We teach them that the cars can handle a lot when it comes to steering into another lane. And then the last one's a wet braking exercise, so it's getting them used to using the ABS.
It's pretty comprehensive, and the kids get a lot out of it, I think. We hear that from parents and kids at the end of the day.
The goal of the class is not only to teach them to be better drivers, but to teach them to be defensive drivers, because we can give our kids all the tools in the world, but if they don't know how to react when a driver's coming at them or there's something in the middle of the road, then we haven't done our job to the fullest.
When we come back and we debrief the lesson, at the end of every lesson with the parent, we say, okay, this is what your new driver did. And they look at it and go, oh my gosh, they did that.
Did not know, did some research and found that it was like a closed course. Still really didn't understand exactly what to expect.
I didn't expect to have hands-on. No, I expected to maybe sit down and watch a couple of VHS tapes. I did not expect to bring your own car and actually see how it behaves in high-risk situations.
I expected it to be a 3-hour lecture on what to do and what not to do. I did not expect that we would go out into a car and actually do all of these exercises.
The course is definitely cheaper than the $1,500 tow bill. And the lessons learned would be able to carry throughout. I mean, he still talks about it.
It's a course that'll change your outlook on driving and make you think safer, make you understand the limits of your car.
I think anybody who is a new driver should take it. It's good to know how to better recover from an accident or before an accident happens.
It takes a lot to impress my husband, and the first thing he said when I talked to him was that our 16-year-old daughter needs to take the course.
We say the body cannot go where the mind has not been. So our goal is to give them exposure to these first wide-eyed moments and purge the panic input, just get it out of their system and replace it with a trained reaction.
The biggest benefit, again, is putting them in a dangerous situation in a safe environment, and letting them know what the car can handle, and getting a little more confidence too behind the wheel.
Kids who get their driver's license in the summer may not have been driving in the snow, so this gives them that experience of being able to recover from something black ice, snow, wet grounds. We're able to mimic those conditions no matter what kind of weather.
We really take the drivers past what they commonly would experience and try to expose them to things that could happen in an instant.
It's just like anything, whether it's a sport or a talent or an instrument or whatever the case may be, practicing helps us perfect and helps us get better. And it's the same thing with driving.
Parents are the #1 influencer of their teens' attitudes and behaviors behind the wheel. That's why training is just part of the whole driver's education system. The Ohio Department of Public Safety is committed to educating drivers, reducing injuries, and saving lives on Ohio roads. But it takes all of us.
As a parent, I would highly recommend that you look at one of these programs and take advantage of what we have here to offer in Ohio, because at the end of the day, you need to keep your children safe and you need to teach them all that you can.
We have a lot of parents that come through the school too with the kids sometimes, and they're like, man, I wish I had this when I was 16.
Parents play a key role in this whole thing. I mean, a driver training school can only do so much. And we think about our relationship with us, the parent, and the student. We're a team, and we have to work together to prepare that student for this driving experience.
We want to add that extra level of additional training to fix the one thing that causes these kids to crash.
We've had probably numerous emails where, I was in this situation and I remembered my training, I remembered the skills that I learned, and it saved me that day. And that's worth every ounce we put into these classes.
I'm such a believer in the value of advanced driver's training that when my daughter turned 17 and she got her license, my wife and I paid for her to attend an advanced driver's training class. We wanted her to have all of the skills necessary to protect herself on the road. We asked parents to get involved in teens' driving habits from the beginning and stay involved even after they get their license. As parents, let's work together to keep our kids as safe as possible on Ohio's roads.